Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk with Hannah. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening in the morning, on your lunch break, or right before bed, we're so glad you joined us.
Hey, great to be back. I was actually thinking about this topic on my way in today. I rolled out of bed, made coffee, and just kind of stared at the wall for 10 minutes.
That's so relatable. I have those mornings too. Sometimes I pick up my phone and suddenly it's 30 minutes later and I have no idea what happened.
Exactly. And that's actually why today's topic is so interesting. We're talking about what successful people really do every morning. Not the perfect Instagram version of mornings, but the real habits that actually make a difference.
And by the end of this episode, you're going to be able to talk about morning routines in English, use phrases for daily habits, and understand some really useful vocabulary for describing what you do every day.
Before we go any further, we want to hear from you. What does your morning look like right now? Do you have a routine, or is every morning a little bit different? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one.
And if you're new here, welcome. We're so glad you found us. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to Talk with Hannah so you never miss an episode. We post new videos every week to help your English get better and better. And honestly, the more you come back, the faster you'll improve. We see it happen all the time with our listeners.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to talk about 3 big things successful people do in the morning, and we'll teach you all the vocabulary and phrases you need along the way. Let's go.
Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is how successful people wake up. And the key word here is intention. Waking up with intention means you wake up on purpose with a plan. You're not just reacting to your alarm, you're choosing how to start your day.
Right, and the phrase we love here is I wake up at, followed by a time. Simple, right? But listen to how different these 2 sentences feel.
I wake up whenever my alarm goes off and check my phone, versus I wake up at 6 and spend the first 10 minutes doing something calm.
You can feel the difference, can't you? The first one sounds reactive. The second one sounds intentional. And a lot of successful people talk about waking up early, not because early is magic, but because it gives them quiet time before the world gets busy.
That's such a good point. I actually started waking up 30 minutes earlier last year. Not super early, just a little earlier. And I used that time to have tea and not look at my phone. It changed everything for me.
Wow, that's amazing. I need to try that. Now, how do we talk about this in English? You can say, I make it a habit to wake up at the same time every day. Or I try to get up before the rest of the house wakes up.
Make it a habit. That's a really useful phrase. A habit is something you do regularly, almost automatically. Can you think of a habit you have in the morning? Write it in the comments. Say, I make it a habit to...
Another important phrase is the first thing I do. As in, the first thing I do in the morning is make my bed. Or the first thing I do is drink a big glass of water. Successful people are very intentional about that first action of the day.
Now for the negative form. If you don't have a habit, you can say, I don't usually wake up at the same time every day. Or I haven't made it a habit yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. That's such a natural, honest phrase. It means you're trying, you haven't mastered it, but you're making progress. Can you use that phrase about your mornings? Write it in the comments.
So to summarize, the key vocabulary here is intention, habit, routine, wake up, get up, and the first thing I do. These are your building blocks for talking about morning life in English.
And remember, the goal isn't perfection. It's just to be a little more aware of how you start your day. Small changes add up.
Okay, let's move to section 2. And I mean that literally. We're talking about movement. This is something you'll hear from almost every successful person. They move their body in the morning.
Now, this doesn't have to mean a full workout at 5 in the morning. It can be a short walk, stretching, yoga, a quick run, anything that gets you out of sleep mode to awake mode.
I love how you said that, sleep mode to awake mode. That's a great way to think about it. And there are so many useful English phrases for this. Let's look at a few together.
First, you can say, I go for a walk in the morning, or I do a quick workout before breakfast. The phrase go for is really common with exercise. Go for a walk, go for a run, go for a swim.
And if it's something you do at home, you use do. I do yoga, I do stretches, I do 20 minutes of exercise. Do you exercise in the morning? Tell us, I go for or I do. Comment below.
Now, what about formal versus informal ways to talk about this? In a formal or professional setting, you might say, I incorporate physical activity into my morning routine. But with friends, you'd say, I always try to squeeze in a quick workout.
Squeeze in. That's such a useful phrasal verb. It means to fit something into a busy schedule. I squeezed in a 10-minute walk. I try to squeeze in some exercise before work. And you can use it for anything, not just exercise. I squeezed in a phone call between meetings. She squeezed in some reading before bed. It's very flexible and very natural sounding.
Here are some more tips. First, if you're a beginner, use simple phrases like, I go for a short walk. That's perfect English. Second, if you want to sound more natural, add a time. I go for a 30-minute walk every morning. Third, you can add how you feel. After I exercise, I feel so much more awake and focused.
Oh, I love that last one. Talking about how something makes you feel is a great way to make your English more expressive. You can say, exercise in the morning makes me feel energized, or after stretching, I feel more ready to focus.
Now, here's a little practice for you. Try to write your own sentence in the comments using go for or squeeze in. For example, I go for a quick walk after breakfast, or I try to squeeze in some stretching before I start work.
So to review, today's key phrases for movement are go for a walk or run, do a workout, squeeze in, incorporate into your routine, and feel energized. Great vocabulary for talking about exercise and daily habits.
Fantastic. And remember, even 5 minutes of movement counts. You don't need a full gym session to feel the difference.
All right, section 3. And this one might surprise you a little. The third thing successful people do every morning is protect their mind. What does that mean? It means being careful about what they let into their brain first thing in the morning.
This is something I find really interesting. A lot of successful people say they don't check social media or the news the first thing in the morning. Instead, they do something that helps them think clearly, like journaling, reading, meditating, or just sitting quietly.
And in English, there's some beautiful phrases for this. You can say, I take time to clear my head, or I start my day with something calm, or even, I try not to look at my phone first thing.
First thing is a great phrase. It means immediately, right when you wake up. I check my messages first thing. Or on the flip side, I try not to check my messages first thing.
Another important phrase is protect my peace. This is a little more informal and modern, but it's really popular in English right now. It means you make choices to keep yourself calm and mentally healthy. I protect my peace by keeping my mornings quiet.
Now, some people journal in the morning. To journal means to write your thoughts, feelings, or plans in a notebook. You can say, every morning I journal for 10 minutes, or I write in my journal to clear my thoughts.
And some people practice gratitude. They think about or write down things they're thankful for. I practice gratitude every morning, or I write 3 things I'm grateful for before I start my day.
Can you say that back? Try it out loud right now. I'm grateful for... What are you grateful for this morning? Write it in the comments. We love reading your answers.
Now here's a little mini practice. I'm going to say some morning activities and you tell me if they protect your mind or take away your peace. Ready?
Okay, let's try it.
Reading a few pages of a good book.
Protects your mind, yes.
Writing some quiet time into your day.
Protects your mind, absolutely.
Scrolling through bad news for 20 minutes.
Takes away your peace, definitely.
Sitting quietly with a cup of tea.
Protects your mind, absolutely.
See, it's so easy to identify. And in English, you can talk about this with phrases like, it helps me feel calm, it puts me in a good headspace, it drains my energy. These are all really natural expressions.
Headspace is a great word. It means your mental state or how your mind feels. I need some headspace. That gives me good headspace. Try using that word this week.
So for this section, your key vocabulary and phrases are protect your peace, first thing, journal, practice gratitude, clear your head, headspace, and calm.
And remember, even 5 minutes of quiet in the morning can make a huge difference to how your whole day feels. You don't have to meditate for an hour. Just give your mind a gentle start.
It's time for our favorite part, interactive practice. Here's how it works. I'll give you 2 sentences and you choose the one that sounds more natural. Ready? Let's go.
Situation 1. You want to say you exercise in the morning. Option A, I do a run every morning. Option B, I go for a run every morning.
The answer is B, I go for a run. We use go for with runs, walks, and swims. Well done if you got that.
Situation 2, you want to say your routine includes meditation. Option A, my routine is meditation. Option B, my routine includes meditation.
Option B is better. My routine includes meditation. Using includes tells us that meditation is one part of the routine, which feels more natural and complete.
Situation 3, you're telling a friend you don't check your phone right away. Option A, I don't check my phone first thing. Option B, I don't check my phone in first of the morning.
Option A, first thing is the natural phrase. First thing in the morning or just first thing both work perfectly. Situation 4, you want to talk about gratitude. Option A, I write 3 grateful things. Option B, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for.
Option B sounds much more natural. I'm grateful for is the correct structure. Grateful things isn't natural. We say things I'm grateful for. Now, your challenge. Try to create your own sentence about your morning routine using at least one phrase from today's episode. Write it in the comments. Don't be shy. We want to celebrate your English.
And say it out loud, too. Seriously, speaking out loud, even if no one is listening, helps your brain connect the words to real speech. It makes a huge difference.
Real conversation matters more than perfect grammar. Say it, write it, use it. That's how English becomes natural.
Wow, what an episode! I'm honestly so inspired right now. We covered so much today, and I hope you feel more confident talking about morning routines in English.
Let's quickly review what we covered. First, we talked about waking up with intention, using phrases like I make it a habit to and the first thing I do. Second, we talked about moving your body with phrases like I go for a walk, I do a workout, and I squeeze in some exercise. And third, we talked about protecting your mind, using expressions like first thing, clear my head, practice gratitude, and headspace.
Those are 3 such powerful ideas, and now you have the English vocabulary to talk about all of them. Think about how far you've come just in this one episode. You learned new phrases, you practiced choosing the right words, and you thought about your own daily habits in English. That's real progress, and you should feel proud.
Here's a little question to think about. If you could add just one new thing to your morning routine starting tomorrow, what would it be? There's no wrong answer. Even 5 minutes of something intentional can change your whole day.
We'd love to hear your answer in the comments. And if this episode helped you, please give it a like. It really helps our channel grow so we can keep making these videos for you. Share it with a friend who's also learning English. And make sure you're subscribed to Talk with Hana so you never miss an episode.
You are doing something really wonderful by learning English. It takes courage, patience, and consistency, and you're showing all 3 just by being here. We're cheering for you every step of the way.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We'll be back soon with another episode full of English learning, great conversations, and lots of encouragement.
Until then, take care of yourself, be kind to your mornings, and remember, small steps every day lead to big changes. See you next time.